Alright everybody, remember to hit the like and subscribe button. I'm also doing this video for my sons because they're going on a road trip with their mom. But this is how to change a tire, okay? For my kids, the spare tire is underneath here. When you lift this up, there's a piece of foam here. Alright, you take the foam out, I'll clean all this out. But you take the foam out and the tire is right there. The jack and everything is right here. So let's take these out. Right. You don't have to take the foam out, that just happened. Before you jack up your car, okay, you're gonna need your tire iron, okay? That goes right on here. You loosen, just break them loose, okay? If you have to, you might have to stand on these. Break them loose, don't take them off. Just break them loose. Because if the car's up in the air and you try to break these loose, the car will slide off the jack, and then you got an even bigger problem with possibly a 4,500 pound car on your foot. So just break them loose, okay? So if you go to this one, all right, I'm going the wrong way here, but I'm not gonna take it off. I'm just gonna show you. Break it loose, okay? So if the arm's here, you want it to be here, all right? That loosen the nut enough that when you lift this car up in the air, just this tire, when you change tires, if you get a flat, okay, you don't lift the whole car up. You don't lift one side up. This jack is only made to lift up one tire at a time. If you have two flats, then you're gonna have to call a tow truck, okay? Break your nuts loose, okay? Keep this, you need it. Then you're gonna grab your jack here, okay, and I'll show you guys where to put this. This groove is here for a reason, and I'll show you why. This here, okay, is important. You put this in here, all right, and then it'll twist, and you can see it lifts the jack up, all right. That's what that's for. Now, it's going to be difficult once the car starts giving you weight. That's where I'm going to try to do this here with the camera. Damn it. I'll just put it on real quick. That's where this also comes into play, okay? The tire iron makes it easier to spin this, all right? So that's what that's for, all right? Oh, let me lower this because we're just going to put it away when we're done. You need to find a solid place to put that jack. Now that hole is there for a reason. This little hole's here for a reason, okay? And I'm gonna show you. So let's say we're lifting up this back tire. Crawl up underneath, okay? And you see this piece here, all right? There's one here, there's one on the other side. It'll have these two notches in it, okay? This jack, okay, when it's jacked up, trying to do this here, it will fit right in there, okay? Make sure nobody's in the car when you're doing this. If you're on the side of the road, make sure you're over far enough. Don't do it in the grass, don't do it on gravel. Try to keep the tire that's flat on the asphalt so you can get this, because this can still move around, all right? But there's also two notches up there, okay? I'll show you. Okay. If you look, where is it? Right here. There's a notch here. Oh, where's the other one? And here's a notch here. They're a little worn, but there's two right here. You can feel them. And I want to make this a good point. Okay. You can't screw this up, and if you do, wow. But this flat piece, this thicker piece, goes on. You can see underneath here, this bigger piece. And the only reason why I say that you can't fuck this up, okay, is because this only comes out one side and it has to be outside the vehicle. And once you're done, okay, once it's jacked up in the air, all right, you take your tire iron, okay, they might still be a little snug. Loosen these all the way off, okay, pull your tire off, put the spare on. Start your nuts, okay? Just get them started. If they're going on easy, great. If you're having difficulties, Undo it, try it again, because you don't want to strip out your threads, okay? Once they're somewhat tight, okay, where you screwed them on by hand, this is critical. Start in your middle one, tighten it up. You don't have to crank it on, okay? Just tighten it up till it's snug, okay, with this. So when it's snug in here, all right, you want to go to this one, snug that one. Then you want to go to this one, snug that one. Then you want to go to this one, snug this one. Back here, do the same thing. And then, once you get it to the point where it's snug, come back up here, do it again until it's snug. Then you want to go to that one, then you want to go to this one, then this one, and this one. You gave it 2 snugs, okay? Take this off. You lower your jack down, okay? So it's sitting like it is now. That way, when you go to tighten these up, okay? And you tighten them up and you give it all you got to hold that on there. Do the pattern again. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, okay? Crank it, okay? Just do it by hand. Don't stand on it, okay? Just crank it down as hard as you can. If you feel that it's not tight enough, then you can stand on it. But my sons, they're a lot stronger than me. I do this by hand. I don't stand on them. For somebody a little smaller stature or doesn't have the strength, stand on it, okay? Take it off. Your spare tire will not look like this, okay? It's a donut. So it's just going to be a steel wheel. It's not going to look like this. There is a speed limit on that tire, which is 55 miles an hour. That tire is made just to get you to a shop to get this tire fixed, okay? If you have to go to a shop, get these tires. 235, 65, 17. This is your load and your speed, okay? This number means something. This is your speed, okay? Tread wear. If you have to buy a tire, never go under 500 on the tread wear. Never. Okay? Because your tire won't last you the way back home. Do not get snow tires. I understand. In my son's case, Jesse, I understand they're only $50, but don't get them because you won't make it 400 miles without having to change the tire again because it will peel it. So that is how you change your tire if you're in a crisis, okay? Now this is actually kind of neat. Oh, wrong side. This helps you put your, take your nuts off without getting your hands dirty, but I'm not gonna lie, they're still gonna get dirty because you gotta pick the tire up to take it off. When you get a flat, this is something I gotta remember to tell everybody. When you get a flat, make sure when you lift the car up in the air, you don't have to make the jack go all the way up. Just lift it up because the tire will be flat. It has to give you at least 6 inches, okay? 6 inches from the rim to the ground, because right here is maybe 4. You need another inch or 2 so you can get this wheel off and get the new one on. The new one will probably be close to the same size, but it'll be totally different. It'll be very skinny. Everything else on the car is fine, okay? You shouldn't have any issues with anything else. Where did this go? Okay. If there are other issues, you're having trouble with something, you call me. And to my viewers, don't call me. Leave a message. So, we'll put this back in the car. One second here. Okay. Now, if you have to change the tire and it's on this side of the car, which will be facing the road, have your mom get over as far as she can without making the car tilt too much, because you don't want to flip the car over when you jack it up. And these are in here for a reason, okay? These are road flares. And my sons know how to use one, so I'm not going to get into that. But crack your road flare open, all right? That gives you 15 minutes. And then you want to set your flare about 50 feet or more beyond the car so people know you're on the side of the road. Make sure the four-ways are on, okay? Trying to think. Only put 87 octane in the car. Don't do anything else. Only 87. The tire pressure, since you guys probably won't have a gauge, there's a tire pressure sensor on the car. It tells you what it is. No lower than 33 in a tire, no higher than 40. Too high will cause the tire to pop or burst. Remember that.